Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this T-Flex CAD training course, and the topic for today will be the interface. So this is the standard interface we have on the 3D side. We have the same structure of menus that you know already from the 2D side. But there are a couple of important things that we need to talk about. Below we have this status bar that will present the name of the commands and the shortcut. It is very similar to the 2D side. We have an auto menu also, so when we go into a command and do something, in this particular case I don't have anything prepared, but for example a primitive, I get this menu here, and this is the auto menu. We have this area where there are also the filters, so it is the same thing that we have on the 2D side. And we have this bar on the right by default, where we have this manipulation options, like the zooms, like these hide or show the origin rates, the view styles and sections, whatever. So it's not so different as on the 2D side. The main differences are especially on the environment and the type of work we do. Okay. First, it is very important to notice that on the 3D we are working in space instead of a plan on the 2D side. So we can move around, in this particular case clicking in my left mouse button, and I go rotate what I have. On the wheel I will do the zoom in, zoom out, and on the right mouse, or if I click in my center mouse or my wheel, I will do the pan, and with my right mouse button I can make the choice or the selection of entities. So it's not very complex to memorize these kind of options. Besides these basic functions, I can, without any command selected, I can do a right mouse click and I get this dynamic toolbar where I have some options, and I get also this menu to have some basic possibilities to apply to my model. And I have some nice features that you may notice also, which are a little different from the 2D, that have to do with these plans. So on the 2D side I have a blank sheet and start to create lines, circles, this kind of graphical entities. In here I work with surfaces, with solids, with elements that have volume. So I can start anything, or I should start something, selecting a plan, doing a selection of the plan and saying, okay, I want to sketch in my plan, so I want to draw in my plan. So I get a plan view, and then I go into to the environment, or a sketch environment if you want. So for example, if I draw something, I will accept it with my right mouse button, or going in here. So, and then coming from this sketch I can apply a command, and I do a lot of these functions just dragging things around in my screen. To come out of this kind of confirmation, right mouse click, and I'm done again also to start drawing. Some other very common thing that I have in my 3D side I can see it, for example, with a fillet. So I have, in different types of situations, I have this kind of yellow square, which are to be used or can be used also in dynamic mode. Okay, these are draggers, so I have this kind of thing also in my 3D side. The majority of the commands, I'm not sure if all of them, but in the majority of the commands we have also this icon here, which basically it's a preview that allows me to see what is the final result when the confirmation is done. Okay, it's what I want, so going there again, and now I can confirm it. Okay, and I keep working in my models with different configurations, because I can be working in assembly mode, or I can be working simply in part mode where I create simple solids. And when with my work I get something that it is also shown here, but I get this kind of thing, which is a list of what I have done, created, operations that modify my elements. I have all the information, and the choices in my work to do something, I can do them around here or graphically. So I have a list, you see, and when I go over things, they get selected. So this is the history tree, history of events, whatever you, 3D model, whatever you want, okay? This is very nice because it has some functionality, and if you have complex models or assemblies with a lot of elements, you can get a long tree. So I can hide or show it, okay? And I can open all of this list in the elements and what is going on, and choose everything, okay, from here. I can say, for example, okay, this body, I can say change the parameters, open in a new window if I want, change the visibility and say hide it, okay. So I can do a lot of things. I can make the addition of something. So for example, I have this profile here. I can go and say edit the profile, so I return to my basic mode, okay. Let us change it place instead, and it is changed. So this is very flexible and very interesting. This is a lesson to show you some of the difference that we are going to see from now until the end of this course about what was the 2D side and what is the 3D side. For sure, all of these commands, all of the things that we've been doing here, we will see them step by step along the lessons of this course. So don't worry if some of the things or concepts that I've mentioned in this video were not clear yet to you. But the purpose of this lesson is to make a brief introduction to the things we have, okay? I'm leaving out of these comments the assemblies, because the assemblies have a couple of lessons in the end, specifically for the concept of assemblies, which we can have several. And I think these brief ideas, these brief examples will give you some ideas for your understanding of what you can expect about this 3D side.